This is the gate and the fence they don't want you to cross over.
Yeah.
This is the same fence that Janet Arvizo testified she could not escape Neverland. She was a prisoner because she could not escape over the high wall.
Oh my.
Well, yeah, there's a high wall right here, but there's a split rail fence. And if you push on this fence hard enough in certain spots, it'll fall over. You can see, look down there, they're already falling out. But on Valentine's Day, this whole thing was covered with hearts, messages from fans around the world. And I see the flowers are still here. Someone put red roses with little vials to keep them fresh, and they're still here. That's from February.
Aww.
And there used to be messages attached to them.
Right there.
Oh yeah, on the rocks. They started writing on everything. That's why they're letting the vines grow over this. There's messages under these vines.
Yeah.
I don't know when, but sometime. There's one of the surveillance cameras. And sometime a few months ago, they sprayed this with something to make the messages wash off. But I don't know where exactly or when. I don't remember the date.
More messages.
Oh yeah, they even wrote on the fire danger sign, no smoking.
Yeah.
And they left messages on this.
Oh my God.
Anything that could hold a message,
They wrote on it.
they wrote on it, because these were covered with messages,
Yeah.
and they scrubbed them. And someone's written new messages on them.
Yeah.
But, you can come over here. You want a picture in front of, hi, how are you today?
Well, thank you.
Good.
Hi.
You want to get some video of them in front of the gate here, Stephen? Faces. You got some video of us?
Yes, we're videoing right now.
Would you like to have the, this is Dee. Dee Garcia and her husband Raul.
Raul.
They're from the neighborhood of Chicago, all the way out here.
Originally, but we live in Los Angeles now.
Oh, you're
We're
living out there in Los Angeles now.
Redondo Beach.
Oh, nice place to live.
Yeah.
Here we are on the Victory Day, Michael Jackson's Victory Day, and this day, 10 years ago, was a Monday, 13th of June, the day after I gave Michael his first victory party on Sunday in Santa Maria. The jury came back, not guilty, not guilty, not guilty, not guilty, not guilty, not guilty, not times 10 plus 4 misdemeanors was 14 counts. Not guilty on everything. Tom Sneddon is the quintessential asshole prosecutor. Take it from me, I saw every day of the trial for 5 months.
Yeah.
And his little minions, Gordy Auchincloss and Ron Zonin and Meg Nicola, they should all be in jail because they fabricated false evidence. And that's what the corporate media did not tell people. They just said, oh, Michael was found not guilty. Isn't that amazing? Well, it wasn't amazing.
Because he didn't do anything.
Not only didn't do anything, but Tom Mesereau proved that the prosecutor had falsified evidence
Right.
right in front of the jury. It isn't just that there wasn't enough evidence, there wasn't any evidence, and on top of that, he proved the prosecutors had falsified evidence. They should have all been indicted immediately after that trial. I went to the county supervisors finally in August 14th, 2012, and I said, here's my affidavit. My sworn notarized affidavit. If I'm lying, you get to put me in jail because I swore to this. The prosecutors committed 3 felonies. Arrest them. Indict them. Appoint you guys on the county supervisors. You're not prosecutors, but you can appoint the special prosecutor. Because nobody at the district attorney's office in Santa Barbara is going to arrest Tom Sneddon.
Right.
He wasn't dead yet then.
Yeah.
They're not going to arrest him. They're not going to put his minions in jail or even under indictment for falsifying evidence, and that's wrong.
Right.
Then we have one kind of justice for some people and a different kind of justice for other people.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
And what do we say in the Pledge of Allegiance? With justice for all.
Right.
But it's not equal justice.
Exactly.
Anyway, this is the outer gate. This will probably be all torn down if they develop it into a real estate development. That's my great fear.
Mm.
That this gate will be disappeared. They'll open up a new gate. It'll be a place for multimillionaires and billionaires to come. They'll tear out the train tracks, or maybe keep them just for the billionaires' kids to ride on. And that would be, to me, the worst.
I hope your plan goes through.
Well, it's going to take some big money, and there's a problem. They're asking way too much. The whole property isn't worth more than $25 to $35 million.
Yeah.
And they're asking way, 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 way too much.
Yeah.
Can I take your picture so I can connect it to your phone number? Then when you call me, if I don't have my glasses on, I can recognize your face, and then I'll remember, because I meet a lot of fans. It was dead. It wasn't just the fans, it was the media too.
We are the world.
Yep. Heal the world. We are the world. Messages all over, and some fans try to get on the other side of the wall and write.
Are you kidding? They
yeah.
actually climb over there?
No, they go around on the split.
Oh.
But the guard doesn't like that.
Yeah.
See, you're actually
But
on.
he seems nice.
This guard is very nice. Some of the guards in the past were not always so nice. But he takes a Doberman black dog. If you look closely, he's got a Doberman. So if you get out of hand, the Doberman knows
What to do?
what to do.
Knows what to do.
But all this grass has been replanted because the media killed all this and stepped on all these. It was ridiculous. Is there an event going on today?
No event. Only, please don't record here in the driveway.
Okay.
You know, all around it's okay, but just not here. They don't want, you know.
They don't want any more recording in here. Okay.
Can I take a picture?
Of course.
Oh.
I don't know. Did it take?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell.
Let's see.
Mine goes click, so I know it took a picture. I don't know if that did or not.
Yeah.
Ah, good shot.
Thank you.
Let's get the banner on. We'll just hold it for a while. It is beautiful. So many beautiful pictures of Michael and the fans. Mexico demands justice for Michael.
Yeah.
It's got messages from the fans that were left. And when Sandy said, I'm done with the fans, they're all criticizing me, she said, William, I don't want to throw this in the trash. Because this was paid for by fan donations.
Oh, really?
Yep. It all came from the fans. They were doing the Flowers for Michael thing.
Yeah.
And I might have to go to Europe. Yep. There's somebody over there who wants to talk to me about buying Neverland, and they've got the $100 million to do it.
Oh, you're kidding. That would be awesome.
But do they want to invest it? What do they get out of it for $100 million? What do they get out of it?
Uh-huh.
Say, I bought Neverland to give it to an organization for the fans, and if we pay $100 million, the property taxes every year is $2 million,
Oh, wow.
which means we would have to pay like $250,000 every month in property taxes. How are you going to raise that on a school where you give the kids free education?
Yeah.
Where's the money going to come from?
Is that why you need the investor?
That's why I need the investors. They got to have the right heart. They got to be willing to give the money and then keep on giving.
After.
But if we built a children's hospital up there on that hill, where you could oversee from the top of that hill, you look down at Neverland train station, you look down at the train, it goes down to a maintenance yards down there and comes back. But Michael's house is like over that way, and you can't see it unless you get way up on it. You want to try to hold it up, and I'll let Stephen get a sweeping view of it. We'll lift it from the backside.
Yeah.
We have to move down so the sun is shining on it, so the video will be all have the same lighting. Keep going all the way to the grass.
That's good.
Okay. Whoa. I'm trying to tell you how to get, you ought to go up and see the Union Hotel.
Right.
And you got to go back to this road, hits Los Olivos,
Uh-huh.
take a right, you go about 2 miles, and you see the 101. You get on the 101, you go up about 10, 15 miles, and there's a little village called, well, we call it Little LA. It's called Los Alamos, thank you, yeah. And you drive down the main drag, and you see this real old wooden rickety building on the left, on the south side of the main drag, and it says Union Hotel 1888 or something. You go upstairs in that building, and you see room 2. That's where Say 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 was filmed, in part. Now, part of Say 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 was filmed right out there in that film, right out there in that field, right there.
Are you kidding? He did it right there?
Right here.
Oh my God.
And that's why he decided he wanted to buy this place.
You know, with Paul McCartney, his song, Say Say Say?
Part of it was filmed right out there, and part of it was filmed on the other far end of Neverland that you can't see here.
Yeah.
So, who is it?
Breezi.
Oh, Lisa Breezi. She came out with a really nice book.
Really?
Yeah. I can't get on the radio show from here, so I'm going to have to go back to Los Olivos.
No worries. How are you?
I'm fine.
Look at you out here, and here I am. I love your red shirt.
Oh, thank you.
Good to see you.
I'm going to get it up, Lisa. I'll get it up. I've just been busy, and she's come up. She's from Chicago, and she's from LA, and this is her first time up here.
Wow.
Kim, get a close-up, Stephen. This is Lisa. She was on the show. She wrote the book. The beautiful little book.
Guess what?
What?
I was here earlier. Tom Barrack drove in, and I was able to give him a book.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
And sign one for him.
Did he actually take time to let you sign it?
Well, he drove past, and I recognized him, and I said to the security guard, I said, was that Mr. Barrack? And he said, yeah. And I said, can I give him a book? I wrote a book about Michael. And he's like, well, is it a positive book? And I said, yeah. And he's like, sure. So I wrote him, and so that was an interesting synchronicity.
Yeah, I know he comes in and out here.
Yeah.
He's got a 1,000-acre ranch out here, you know.
Yeah.
Of his own.
Yes.
And it's just as secluded as this. So you're going to come out and hang out here for a while?
Well, I was actually going to give Miro the security guard because he was so gracious. I was going to came back to give him a book.
Oh, that's so nice of you.
Yeah, he was so nice.
I didn't get Tom Renzer the book. I went to his office. He moved to a new place, and like there was no place to park.
Yeah.
I couldn't get out there in Century City to even get in there to get him, and I had very little time. I was down there for only 36 hours. I had to cut a palm tree down.
Oh.
Visualize me on top of a flat roof for a garage
Yeah.
with a 20-foot ladder extended all the way it'll go,
Oh my God.
and I'm at the top of the ladder with a chainsaw going, and I had to cut it off in chunks so I didn't crush the cars down below.
Oh my
Because
God.
if I just let the whole thing fall, it would have taken the power lines down.
Right.
But I have a rental unit, I have a garage, and the tree was planted this far from the garage, but it has grown and grown, and now it's pushing the garage wall in.
Oh my gosh.
And so I thought, I got to take that tree down.
Right.
It's got to go where my garage is going to go.
Right.
So I'm up there so I don't crush all the cars that fall over in the neighbor's property and crush his
Yeah.
little chunk at a time. I'm so tired. I'm still full of aches and pains.
Oh my gosh.
But Dee called me and I said, yeah, I'll meet you out there and help you because people have never been here. It doesn't say Neverland here.
I know. They
And so-
think that's the gate they're going to
Yeah,
see.
and I was just,
Yeah.
I explained to so many, and so many asked me, even the people from Brazil and Indonesia, where's the Neverland sign? That's inside and it isn't
Yeah.
there anymore.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, it ain't there anymore. Well, I got to leave and drive back that way, but let me explain something to Dee. Dee, this is Elisa. She wrote a really nice little book. You should take a look at it.
Hi. Nice to meet you. You're from Chicago?
Originally, but now I'm living here in Los Angeles, in Redondo Beach area.
I'm in Santa Monica, actually. My mom lives up here, and I have a horse,
Yeah.
so I'm up here on the weekends. But
I've been here for a while.
yeah,
Yeah.
Nice.
Actually, when I moved here, I moved here in 1988, at
Oh.
the end of 1988. And I live right down the street from the South Bay Galleria.
Oh, wow.
Right there.
Uh-huh.
And that day I was still new to there. I was only there a couple days, and I was heading there towards the mall.
Yeah.
And there was massive people around, and this, I'm like, what is going on? And I'm heading in to go in the mall, and they're not letting you go in the mall. Come to find out, Michael is inside shopping. He used to love to go to that mall because it was a smaller end mall for him,
Yeah.
and he can find everything he needed there. And I was like, about had a heart attack.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Welcome to California.
Yeah,
Huh?
I was like, oh my God, that was my first experience. I'm like, Michael's in the mall?
How do I get in that mall?
I know.
He went into the Santa Maria Mall too, and he would go in with no security guards, holding Paris in one hand and Prince in the other, and just walk in. And I've talked to several people that used to have stores in there, and they'd say, yeah, Mike would just walk in, take them over to the toy store, let them pick out one toy, stop, let them get something to eat, and then they'd go back out.
And he wasn't getting mobbed?
He wasn't getting out because everybody realized he needed privacy, he needed
Yeah.
time with his children, not to be a superstar, but just to
Right.
be a dad. And so, who's that, Lisa? Two young gals came out earlier in a white car. Anyway, could you tell her how to get to Najoqui Falls? Could you lead her there?
Yeah. I could
This
tell
is where Michael told me it was his church. Not only he told me, but I asked him about it. And I said, ever coming back there? He says, that's my church, but I'll never get there again. But the old ranch, the old park ranger, he's not there anymore. He told me a lot about Michael going there many times alone early in the morning, and he'd open the gate just for Michael.
Wow.
That's a long story. I don't have time,
Yeah,
but she can
I
tell you
know.
exactly. You don't want to miss this. I don't know if there's any water there, but when you see the trees bending over like this, you'll understand why Michael called it his church.
Yeah.
And that's where he started going right after the Jehovah's Witnesses kicked him out.
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
Yeah.
He would go there, and almost nobody knows this. Almost
Oh, I didn't know that.
nobody.
I didn't even know it either.
You didn't?
I didn't.
You lived out here.
I know, but I didn't know that that's where he would go.
I would have thought, well, no, your mother wouldn't have, because by the time she came on to go to work, he had already left.
Yeah.
He was out there.
Interesting.
And I got to go, because
Yeah,
they're waiting
okay.
for me to do this
Yes.
interview.
Okay.
Nice meeting you.
Thank you, William.
Okay, we got to run. We got to run. Bye-bye, Neverland. Lisa Breezy's out here. They're in good hands.